What have you been doing for fitness recently? Like, what have you been
I've
getting
been
into?
so bad. I have been not going to the gym, but I've been doing walks, which is something, and it's very peaceful, but it's getting hot out.
I
So
know it
I've been
is.
going in the morning, but I do like my morning walks. So that's what I've been doing.
That's always great.
I like to put in my headphones and just like maladaptive daydream the whole way.
That's always nice
And that's
too.
it. Yeah.
A great way to start your day.
Right. Uh-huh.
Slow mornings.
Uh-huh. What about
Lately,
you?
I feel like I've been trying to get to the gym, but
Mm-hmm.
even when I do, I only go for like a max 30 minutes.
But
Like,
it's something. It's
I know.
something.
I've been like I feel like I get overstimulated a lot easier lately, but I'm still getting to the gym. And
Mm-hmm.
once I get to the gym, I'm like, I hit I aim for a 30-minute workout. I try
Okay.
not to bog myself down. I try
Mm-hmm.
to do something that, if I get to the gym every day, it's not going to kill me.
Right.
So it allows me to get to the gym more
Mm-hmm.
so, I feel, throughout the week because then it's like I only know I got 30 minutes and then I can motivate myself to get there.
Mm-hmm.
But in my 30 minutes, I have a circuit like planned out. Like so
Oh.
it's like you do
Mhm.
some squats with some like shoulders and
Mhm.
you just kind of move through and do like a total body.
Mhm.
So
I
that's
like
been
that.
really cool. But honestly, I can't get there all the time, especially when like life gets heavy.
Mm.
Um, I really noticed that. Oh, hey guys.
It's recording too.
Welcome to Unmasked and Unchained. I'm Chris.
I'm Kaylee.
And today we're just talking about like body movements,
Mhm.
like how like try to work out every day, but it's not always practical to work out every
And
day.
not from a fitness perspective, from an overall health perspective, from a mental health perspective,
Hmm.
not just to look good.
Exactly. And I think like we spoke about in the nutrition episode, a lot of
Hmm.
our um, society gives us information in order to change how we look, not always how to change how we feel.
Mm.
And we feel that um, that in order to do some physicality, it's either competitive sport
Hmm.
or it's go to the gym with all the meatheads, and
Right.
that can be very and very intimidating if you don't know what
And
you're
it's
doing.
very overstimulating with all the
Yes,
people looking and just the different machines having to know, like it can be so much.
yes, you really do need someone like to guide you through those first couple times, or else
Yes.
you're just lost.
Yes. It's almost like I turn blind. It's like I literally can't. I'm like, where am I? What am I doing?
Exactly.
I can't even do basic human functions.
But that's not what we're here to talk to you about.
Right.
It's not about the gym. We're not here to coach you on like a new fad workout or anything, but really it's just movement for your mind. What can you
And
do?
different types of movement for your
Yeah,
body.
different kinds of movement for your body, but mostly with your mind um, in plan.
Hmm.
So it's like those times that when we feel on our lowest, and that's when I don't want to go to the gym, but that's when I need it the most because I
Yeah.
can go when I'm in my low times, like in a depressive state, I can go a couple days or a week, and it's like I haven't gone for 4 days.
Hmm.
And the fifth day, I took myself there because I just shamed myself into it. And
That's one way.
exactly. And it's like, well, you haven't done anything all week. You need to go. And once I go, I'm so happy. Like
Right.
the endorphins are flowing. I'm like,
Hmm.
why didn't I just do this? Everything makes sense. The world feels lighter. And it's about reaching that point without having to push yourself or shame yourself to get to the gym.
Hmm.
A lot of things I've noticed that work for me is like, especially in my low times where I feel like my body is in freeze mode. It's almost like my brain is in freeze mode. It's like
Yes.
my
It's
brain
literally
can't,
functional freeze.
yes, it's like I can't think to do things or to
Hmm.
plan things.
Right.
So that's when I get up and I just take myself on a walk like you
I
do.
like, yeah.
And like honestly, I work with a lot of dogs, so I always
Hmm.
have dogs that need to go on walks, and
Yeah.
innately they have to go out. So it's like they get me off my ass,
Yeah.
and
Pets are so good for that.
they really are. And those walks, like getting outside and into nature, just
Hmm.
really helps you like ground yourself. And it's like,
The sun is good for you. I mean, yeah, there's just so many benefits to it.
yeah, it's beautiful, and
Mhm.
I'm so grateful that I do have pets in order to bring me out of that funk. Because if I didn't, I could be couch rotting for a whole week
Oh,
straight or
same.
longer.
Like if I had just nothing alive to take care of, it would be so easy for me.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh,
And
yeah.
this is the plug for our pets episode that we're going to talk about later, coming from you, the Arizona Humane Society, right?
Desert Tales,
Desert
Desert Tales.
Tales.
That's also a good one, but this one will be Desert Tale Shelter in Scottsdale.
Oh, even better. All right. But pets are part of us, and it deserves its own notion to it.
Yeah, that'll be a different episode.
Exactly. But getting back to the body movement, just getting up and walking, just getting yourself outside of your head and into your body. A lot.
Talk about like just those movements that you were like talking to me
Yeah, so
about.
like even like it can start with like some fidgeting.
Yes.
A good way to, if you're in a functional freeze, is just to do some like light stretching. Like stretching tells your body that it's safe. And when we're in a functional freeze, we're in that dorsal vagal and we're really getting, um, our body is like in a withdrawn mode. And it's almost like you're waiting for something bad to happen,
Hmm.
but you're like, you can't make note of it. So, if to get your body out of that thinking, you just do some light stretching, you can stretch legs, arms,
Oh
however you
yeah.
like, get up, touch toes, all that good stuff. Just get that body flowing, that blood flowing throughout your body, and you're just gonna feel the weight lift. Not significantly that you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is life
Right.
changing, but you're gonna notice a difference enough to at least take that next step and get outside and get some sunshine
Which
and
is
get some
that's the
fresh air.
important part is just getting up.
Yes, and
Mm-hmm.
do something to take yourself out of you. Or
Mm-hmm.
maybe like if you don't want to go outside, it can be hot in the summer, or if you're not an outdoor person, like you can stay with the stretching. Another good one is even like fidgeting. I know a lot of us with hyperactivity will fidget, and sometimes we've really taught ourselves not to fidget. But that's when we start internalizing it, and even that small movement is just getting
Should we
that.
talk about stimming for the
Yes,
people that don't
exactly.
know what stimming is? Yeah.
Exactly. That leads right into the stimming
Mm-hmm.
because that's what
Yeah.
fidgeting is like a stimming of your
Yes.
excess energy.
Yes.
Hmm.
How I describe it is it's like you take, and I told you this the other day, it's like our bodies are like a Coke bottle or a Sprite bottle that's just been shaken up with the lid screwed on tight, and there's nowhere for that pressure to go. It's just building on the inside, and as soon as you release it, it just all comes out. And so stimming helps release, or however you stim. There's endless ways of stimming. That's a way to release that built up energy without it getting too far, and then you start spiraling, you start raging out, punching
Yeah,
holes in the wall, like whatever.
exactly. It starts with that fidget.
It
Like
does.
that's a
You
great
got to
way
just
to
move.
notice, like even if you're just in public and all of a sudden you're like
Hmm.
just like pacey, you're just
Yeah.
like, oh, I've got this, like I just got to move. I can't stand here anymore.
Chewing like the inside of your lip. I do that a
Hmm.
lot.
And that's a
Hmm.
great sign. Just say, hey, I'm not emotionally okay right now. I may not understand why, but this is alerting me that something is.
Yeah.
And like you can lean into it as well if you're in a safe space that you can stem and not be judged for it
Right.
kind of
That's
thing.
the thing.
Because that is a thing, because people do notice when you're in public and do stuff. I like to remove myself and I go outside and
Yeah.
take a bunch of deep breaths. Like there's a really good, you activate your vagal nerve by doing a couple box breaths, but when you breathe out, it's like blowing into a straw or like you're blowing up a balloon. So, quick moment tip. So, if you're ever like really frustrated and let's say you're in public and like just if you can't do anything to like go dance it out or do something, like my best suggestion to you is go outside and get some fresh air or go to the bathroom and you do these breathing steps. You can do just two of them will do it. Where you breathe in for 5 seconds, hold it for 5 seconds. Now blow up a balloon. Activate your core like you're pushing out and blow for 8 seconds. Like you're blowing through a straw into a balloon, really small and forced hold. And then repeat that again. You breathe in and you do it again. And all of a sudden, you just feel your body downshift.
You do. And I only did one of them.
Even the one, like you
Yes.
do two, your body's
And a
just like,
downshift is a good way to put it. It's just like all of a sudden your body just, meow.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
exactly, and I don't even know how I learned that, or if I was taught that, or I paid attention to it, or one day I was doing it, and all of a sudden I was like, I feel so much
Yeah.
better, and I just like put two and two together. But anyways, that is my tip and trick to you, especially in like the moment, like of frustration where you can't do anything about it, and literally it takes you out of your head into your body. You're focusing on your breath. You're oxygenating your body, which it's probably you've been shallow breathing.
Hmm.
And that's another problem is like when we shallow breathe, we're not getting enough oxygen and we're telling our body we're in flight or flight.
Yeah.
When we can slow down and take those deep, long breaths, we're also telling our body, hey, we're safe, we're calm, and we don't need to stress. Let's act with intention, not react,
Hmm.
out of a stimulation.
Yeah. I'm still working on that one.
Like I even feel
I'm
after
still
all that
working
one
on
breath, I feel
it. Yeah,
so good
we're
right
like,
now. I feel
yeah,
so chill. I'm like, whoa,
cut the
did we take those
podcast.
gummies too early? Just kidding. Uh, but yeah,
Something I like to do is so I also have something called dissociative identity disorder. So I dissociate a lot. There's more to it than that, but something that I love to do, and it can be perceived as a good or a bad thing, is maladaptive daydreaming. That's like one of my favorite hobbies where I just get stuck in my head listening to music and just like pretending I'm in like a different reality. I know it sounds crazy. Do you ever do that?
I mean, I think we
Almost like,
all dissociate in some way or
mhm,
another. Like, and that leads into like the addictive tendencies of
yes,
ADHD, especially spectrum people, because we want that escapism.
yes,
We
so
need that.
bad.
Yeah, we need that. Sorry, what did you call
Maladaptive daydreaming. That's
it?
when it's almost like you're daydreaming, but it's like a step more intense. Usually you'll listen to music when you do it. You can dance while you do it, act out stuff. Like if I had cameras in my house, I would 100% be back in the whiteboard. But it's for me, that is so relaxing to me. It's just like listening to music, dancing by myself. It has to be by myself. And just like that movement, getting it out, letting my brain just turn off and just flow with whatever
But
I'm
see,
doing.
I think that could be a great skill to harness,
Yeah.
especially for people that react to their environment and aren't understanding that they need to step outside. And it may be
Mm.
maladaptive in the moment if it's not chosen correctly,
Right.
but
Yeah.
if you have it at the right time, I could see it being a really
I
useful
agree.
skill,
Yeah.
saying like, oh, I am overstimulated right now. I'm going to be back in
Peace
20
out.
minutes.
Right?
Let me go to my car and just zone out. And then you come back and you're fresh and ready to go.
That's
So
what I do.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's too maladaptive unless it's like, at the wrong time. I could totally see that.
Right. If you're
So, like we're
abusing
having
it.
this conversation,
And I'm
you
just
just
like,
start zoning out. Yeah, I could see
yeah,
that. But
a little
it's like
bit.
if we feel that stuff coming on, that could be a really great asset to have. A skill
Hmm.
set. Just be like, okay, I feel this. I'm
Yeah.
fidgety. I'm getting frustrated. I'm gonna go to my car real quick. I'm
Hmm.
gonna go put on my headphones real quick,
Hmm.
or to my room real quick,
Yeah.
and I'll be right back. And it
Yeah.
helps you show up better. So
Yes.
that's really great.
Yes. Have you noticed a lot of like autistic or ADHD people love raves? Have you ever noticed that? The
I
music, the
love them.
beat. Yes, I do too. All the stimuli. I know people think we hate everything stimulating because we get overstimulated, but sometimes we crave like ultra stimulation
I crave
and
I
dancing,
do
the
too. Like
music,
I
the
like crowds in
lights
certain like
in
in my
certain
yeah,
environments.
certain atmospheres that I've chosen that I'm aware of what's going to happen.
Yes.
I can be fine in it. And it's almost like you feed off the energy of where you are, and you're
Yes,
like,
and you
oh, okay,
flow with it. Yes,
hmm
and I love like I can always tell who has autism, who's on the spectrum in the crowd by the people who are literally enjoying themselves, like the people that are deeply enjoying
I'm
themselves.
yeah,
I'm like, yes,
you're at party of one. I'm just like zoned out in
uh,
my space, like just enjoying it.
yes,
And you're
I
right.
love
And I
that.
think it's that heavy bass. It's like we like that stimulation. It's almost like stimming,
It
but
is
for
just
our ears
constant.
internally, it's like that
Yes,
heavy, like that we need. And it's nice when it comes to a melodic, and it's almost like I like house music a
yeah,
lot personally. And I feel like it's almost at like the same pattern of my
yeah,
brain sometimes. So I
yes.
can like throw it on and I don't even realize it, but it helps me focus because my
Oh,
subconscious is like yeah,
that's the beat it's going.
and it's like allows the rest of me to focus.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah. But yeah, music and movement go hand in hand. Like
Hmm.
getting up and being able to lose yourself, like dancing. I
Hmm.
love that. Like I don't let many people ever see that.
Right. It's an alone thing.
Yeah,
You
but
gotta be alone.
I will say, like, I will be on the verge of crying sometimes or overstimulated, frustrated for no reason. If I'm home alone and I throw on a song that's been real, like a track that's really like speaking to my soul, I just let myself go. I dance, I like
Yes.
freestyle it out, just like,
Oh
what do
yeah.
they call that? Contemporary, like,
Yeah, like
freestyle,
contemporary,
or
free. There's like a few terms for it. Why am I having a brain? I
I don't
literally
know,
was
what's
a
it called?
dancer.
Where you're just like a free flow dancer.
Like
If you guys know, you should let us
contemporary
know.
would be, I guess, we can just call it
Anyways,
contemporary.
so you put it all into your flow. There's no
It's
like,
very abstract,
yes, very
flowy.
abstract. You just do what you feel,
Yeah,
and I will do that, like swing myself around, and it is so cathartic.
it
It
is.
like brings me to tears
It's
sometimes.
like very good for your inner child.
Like, oh my gosh, and that's what I didn't even discover till like 2 years ago. I started
Yes,
allowing myself to enjoy
you
dancing
have to
because I'm a
allow.
big man, and like I'm like, well, I don't even look good dancing. I'm a white boy. I don't know how to dance. Like, but like stopped allowing those things to stop me from enjoying what I enjoy.
Yeah.
And if you enjoy dancing, I highly recommend getting up and dancing to a song whenever you can to take you,
Yeah.
like I said, outside of your mind and into your body. And that's
Yeah.
when we stop overthinking and we can just let things be and happen.
Well, that's what I used to do as a kid before I was diagnosed. I didn't get diagnosed until I was 30. And so as a kid, I obviously didn't, I was just functioning as a, what I thought was a neurotypical human. But every day when I would come home, I would have to put on my headphones, put on music, and just dance. For hours, I would do this. And now looking back, that was my way of stimming at the end of the day. I'm like, duh, of course. Like,
I
why
love
did,
that.
yeah.
I wish I knew I had figure out those things. I think I came home and I would just play Sims. I would
I
zone
feel
out
like
and
for
be like,
guys, it might be a little harder because it's looked at as aggressive when guys stim. And so people get, there's like this notion that like autistic men are dangerous. And there's like all this weird stuff that I see online.
I've seen that because people can't read maybe their emotions through their face,
Right.
but honestly, they are what they present themselves as most of the time. And
Literally.
they're going to tell you how they feel and what they are in the moment. They're not just going to surprise you with it,
Right.
you know? And
Hmm.
that's the thing. It's like, you shouldn't be scared of something you don't know about. You should,
Exactly.
you just find out more
Please.
information, educate yourself.
Yes.
Um, so what were some other things that we were going to talk about? Like body movements, so like dancing, if you like stimming,
Because a lot of us have current like hyperfixation songs.
oh,
A lot of us like will like that's a big ADHD thing.
so I have a
You
whole playlist.
yes,
My phone's being used to record, otherwise I tell you. But it's called "Unf Yourself," and it's
love it.
anything that speaks to my whole body. Like my whole body lights up when I hear it. I save it right to there because then anytime
Yeah,
I need to be like escape.
you need that immediate mood
Yeah,
booster.
and it's like those are songs that take me straight into the song and out of where I'm actually
Hmm.
at. And exactly like
And
you
you can just
said,
listen to it over and over and over and never get
it
tired.
takes you into that daydream. It helps you
Yes,
escape, and it's so
exactly.
wonderful. Yeah, so music is like a key, and I know a lot of neurodivergent. Everybody's into music, I
Right.
believe. Like I don't think I've heard anyone that doesn't like music.
That's just like silence.
Yeah, I
Sometimes I
mean, actually,
do.
my brain is so chatty. Sometimes I don't. I need the silence
I
just to.
know.
I didn't. My mom used to be like that when I was growing up. I was like, Mom, why do you have no music on in this car? She's like, because I need the silence. And now
It's
I
loud
understand.
enough.
I was like, my brain is so loud. I was like, I need no more input.
Yes.
So I totally get that because honestly, if it's silent, my brain's. I wake up with a song in my head.
Oh, there's still conversations going on, even if the room is silent. Yes.
What kind of music do you guys listen to?
Yes. What's your current hyperfixation song? Let us
Yes.
know in the comments so we can get some new ones.
Exactly. And what do you do when you are overstimulated? Do you dance to those songs? Do you allow yourself to dance without shame so you can try and reset that nervous system, get you into that flow state better? Because once we reach that flow state, it's almost like, why did we allow anything else? Why did we get so worked up?
Oh,
Right?
it feels so stupid and so silly
So
after.
stupid. I try so hard
So
to like,
silly.
and really it comes to living in the moment and noticing your thoughts and your reactive emotions in the moment and
Mhm.
saying, hey, we're not validating this today.
Mm,
I'm not going to validate this for you today, Chris. We're not going to do that. We're going to have a good day.
Yep, we're gonna have a good day, Chris.
Well, when you don't
Go
catch it,
on.
you're seeing yourself. If you don't catch it at the beginning and you're all worked up, you can almost always catch yourself validating negative emotions inside your head,
Oof.
and that's what got you to where you are. And I'm like, whoa, why do I think like this all of a sudden?
Yeah.
And it's you
It gets
catch
dark,
yourself. It
yeah.
gets dark, and I'm like, whoa, we're working on this. So it's like keeping whenever you notice those things, go take yourself out of your head because your head doesn't always know what's better. Your body knows instinctively what to do. And sometimes we
Yeah.
gotta just stop
Use your
second
instincts.
guessing it.
Yes.
Yeah, listen to your
Use your
intuition.
intuition. Yes. Use your intuition. Literally, that is literally a superpower. Like people don't like that is so cool that we have intuition.
Yeah, and I think specifically neurodivergent people are more
Yes.
hyper observant of things, so our intuition is even stronger because
Very
we are innately
hypersensitive.
paying attention to everything connecting dots. And so when things happen, we're like, I know how this is going to turn out. And almost next to none, it's always exactly what I thought.
That pattern recognition. Every time that pattern recognition
That
will.
is our superpower.
Oh,
And the quickness of our brains, we see it before other people, and it
yes.
is like, it is almost
My
like a
ex used to get
superpower.
so mad at me when we would watch movies together that neither of us had seen because I would always guess the
I
ending
would
as soon
always
as it
do the
started.
same. That's so funny. I never knew it was a trait till I
That's
got
so
older.
funny.
And it's like,
I didn't either.
I always used to pick it apart. I'd be like, I know how this is going to end. And
Mhm.
honestly, I didn't used to watch horror movies because of that, because I thought they were so bad
Mm.
and cheesy.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, recently, probably in the last 10 years, I started watching them again and other movies. I'm like, all right, a lot of these movies they're getting good. They're not allowed to be guessed.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Obviously everybody was guessing them, and I was like, come
Right.
on, step it up.
Yeah.
I actually like how they do a lot of comedy horror now.
Yes, I do too.
It's
I do
really
too.
fun. Like
Actually, because I like both. I like comedy and horror.
yeah, they
It
both
makes it like a
happen.
lighthearted
That's
horror.
life.
That is fucking life.
They come
That
hand in hand.
yeah.
And how depending how you look at things, it can be horrific or hilarious.
Or both, yeah. Yeah.
Or
What
both.
are you gonna do?
It
Cry or laugh?
exactly.
Probably cry.
So like some other things that we could talk about would be like I want to start maybe incorporating workouts. What do you guys think? Do you want to learn more workouts, like
Ooh.
different
Moving your
dances?
body,
Do you want
yes.
to learn different just movement, or is this like not that important to you? Because I do think, it's body, mind, and soul. So every day you should do something for your body, well, whether it be a quick workout. And I think that's what we're gonna do. I'll upload like on our social media platforms, like every now and then I'll get a cool home workout, body weight workout,
Yeah, something to get them moving.
something easy, quick, and beneficial that it's not gonna take you out of your day, but will only improve it.
Mm,
I think that'll be good to add into things.
yeah, I think so. Follow us on Instagram and
Hmm.
TikTok. We will link everything in the bio, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
Snapchat too. We're starting up. Yeah,
Look at us.
Chris.unmasked on Instagram and TikTok.
And Kaylee.unmasked, right?
Yeah,
I don't know why. Kaylee.unmasked on Instagram and TikTok, yeah.
yeah. And hope to see you guys next time. Take care of yourselves.
Bye.
Bye. All right.
Okay, we did it.